here's the thing that I want to talk about is that what is indie music? It differs from person to person, right? Uh, Other than in India, if you ask somewhere in the US or UK, an indie musician is someone who's not signed on to a major label. That is an independent artist who maybe works with a small label or releases their own music. In India, an indie artist is someone who's from India. I guess that's what people say, right? And Floyd, for a long time, were indie artists, right? For the first, like they used to perform all the clubs, they used to do all the gigs from the UFO to Cambridge and everything. So they just brought in people who listened to their songs. At that point of time, they were writing songs which nobody could understand or figure out what it was. And that's how they got the audience involved. And that's how they became the band that was able to sign up for Piper at the Gates of Dawn. So let's talk to Abhinav about this, who has been in a band which has managed to come from playing in tiny bars in Chennai to performing in New York and getting a gig with Converse. So, Abhinav, can you talk about how Pink Floyd had it in the 1960s and 70s, and how you had it, and what do you think is the future of indie music?
We're painting ourselves into a corner anyway. I mean, we're not doing ourselves any favors by choosing to still sing in English, which is something we do. Are you talking about comparison between Pink Floyd in the 60s and 70s and this
Yeah,
now with
yeah,
us?
because they were indie musicians at that point of time.
So I would say that I guess the factors can kind of differ from, I guess, back then over there to here now. Being called indie, yes, is essentially Indian at this point, but that's because like stuff like indie pop came before it, I feel, and like indie pop was like the mid 90s small boom. I wouldn't say it was a big boom because it like faded almost as soon as it came up, which was I think a year or two of just at that point. I guess those were kind of just solo performers who had like a ton of hits in like a very short span of time in India. But for us, I guess the fan base, so to speak, is growing year upon year. There's been a big change from the time we started to now. Yes, of course, like from the time we started, which is probably 2013, I think from then to now it started, because in comparison with the bands I was in before also, there's like a sea change when it comes to like how people consume music. That's the big difference, right? In from then to now, your audience could come from anywhere, like literally anywhere that has an internet connection. And